Hello, and thanks for your interest in clinical trials. We're here to help you better understand clinical trials, investigational medication, which includes vaccines, and what to expect if you decide to be in a trial. You're familiar with the term clinical trial, but what exactly is it? A clinical trial, also known as a medical research study, helps medical professionals learn about an investigational medication and its effect on a disease or condition. You might be asking, what's an investigational medication? We'll talk more about it in a minute, but for now, know that it's a medicine that has not been approved by a country's regulatory medical authorities for public use. There are 4 different phases of clinical trials. An investigational medication will go through at least 3 of them. Phase 1, 2, and 3 trials help determine if an investigational medication is safe and effective and could someday be approved to treat a disease or condition. Phase 4 clinical trials are for medications that have been approved by a country's regulatory medical authorities. These trials help monitor a medication's safety and effectiveness in large populations or new dose levels. Clinical trials are different than regular medical care because they gather information about investigational medications. In a clinical trial, participants volunteer to take an investigational medication while being supervised by a doctor and medical staff. Using tests and assessments, the trial doctor and staff can learn more about the investigational medication. Once a trial ends, the results are submitted to a country's regulatory medical authorities for review. These authorities will decide whether an investigational medication should be approved for public use. As I mentioned earlier, an investigational medication is a medicine that is not approved. Specifically, it's not approved to treat the disease or condition being studied in a clinical trial. However, it's possible an investigational medication is already approved to treat other diseases or conditions that are not being studied in a clinical trial. Only after a country's regulatory medical authorities determine that an investigational medication is safe and effective can it be approved and made available to the public. Until then, it can only be given to people in clinical trials. Before you agree to join a trial, the trial staff will talk with you about all known risks and side effects related to participation, as well as the possibility of unknown side effects. This will take place during the informed consent process. For more information about this process, please watch the FAQ video about informed consent. If you're eligible for a clinical trial, it's your choice whether to participate. If you participate, you'll be asked to take the investigational medication. Depending on the trial, you may also be asked to attend regular visits at the trial clinic. The trial doctor and staff will evaluate your health and response to the investigational medication at trial clinic visits. Additionally, you'll have responsibilities and be asked to follow instructions throughout the trial. Prior to beginning a trial, the trial staff will review all responsibilities and instructions with you. Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about clinical trials, please watch the series of videos on this website that covers frequently asked questions. Thanks again, and we hope that you'll consider participating in a clinical trial soon.